Skydiving World Championships on ESPN. Proudly brought to you by iFly Singapore, world's largest wind tunnel for indoor skydiving. Main sponsor Resorts World Sentosa Singapore, a million moments, one world. Co-sponsor Sentosa, Asia's favorite playground. Skyloft Rooftop Bar and Restaurant. And the following.
A very warm welcome back. Whether it's indoor or outdoor skydiving, competitors need to suit up to protect themselves from the powerful winds generated by the fans or the air to ensure that they come out unscathed at the end of their runs. But did you know that the flight suits not only shield flyers out of harm's way, they serve another purpose as well?
There's a couple of different types of suits that you'll see during the competition. The first one is more for the artistic, the free fly ones like what I have on. It's a tight-fitting suit with straight lines, very uniform looking. It's designed simply to protect my body from the wind. My clothes would end up flapping around a lot, out of control, so this is just allows the wind to flow over my body evenly. And then you'll see the formation skydiving competitors wearing a different type of suit. It's meant to be laid down nice and flat on their bellies, and they use their legs as rudders, so you'll see extra webbing down there to give them an extra boost while they're in the wind. The suits are made up of very dense cottons, as well as we also have some other types of fabrics that are there for reinforcement. Like on the knees here, you're able to see extra reinforcement because it comes in contact with other competitors and with the walls and the net sometimes. The zippers themselves are extra reinforced. Often they'll use reverse zippers to protect it from bouncing on the net. And even part of the suit will have spandex because these are very tight-fitting suits, but we still want to have a full range of motion of our body without being constricted by the suit.
Well, these six are not constricted by the tunnel as well. We've seen them in action in the knockout rounds, and now it's time for their semis. The top six qualifiers will now fly in reverse order, meaning that Dani Bulet will go off first, and it will be the Russian Mikhail Razumazov who will go in last. Dani Bulet, who will go first, just so happens to be my co-commentator, Jonathan's colleague as well. Dani is the last man standing, well, as in the only Singaporean left in the semi-finals. And like Jonathan, Dani is at an advantage, as iFly Singapore is, after all, his playground.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because we've been training in this same place and competing in the same place, and yeah, I mean, I feel home. And it's not so, there's no pressure, much of pressure here. It's unexpected. I mean, yeah, I mean, I just make things simple and it just happened. And yeah, here I am.
There he is, and a nice little chuckle there from Jonathan as well. He's a lovely lad, isn't he? There's no question about that, Dani.
Absolutely. No, he's great. He's a really fun guy to hang around with and to work opposite with. Again, another really smooth routine from him. He loves doing the head up like stand flying, is what we call that. Linking his heels together there to make an extra little good-looking thing, a little moonwalking.
Do you work with each other though to push each other, or is it just still a little bit individualistic?
No, there's some pushing for sure. There is a little bit of a race to get to certain moves and to certain positions that we're trying to achieve and stuff like that we've seen other better flyers do. That's what's so great about the art of body flight, really, is that there's still so much that can be done, and who knows what it'll look like in 10 years.
It is definitely a sport that is evolving, as we see the Frenchman, part of the AK-47 group, Clement Gizmo, going through his routine, working the whole of the tunnel, and again, very acrobatic.
Yeah, he's very, very fast flyer. It means his thought process is happening extremely fast as well, because he has to think of these moves really pretty much immediately right before he proceeds with them, accomplishes them. So what you're seeing is a very high skill level of flying right here.
Is it really awesome? The level of our flyer is amazing, and we can so so many new fly, new style, and it's really fun. When I start my run, I don't know what I gonna to do. So I fly and I think, okay, try this, and sometimes it's work, sometimes not, but it's fun.
Seems to be pretty much order of the day. It's all about fun as we have a look at Alex Werner from the USA. But very interesting then to hear what Clement said and about just goes with the flow. Are they all like that? Is every competitor like that, or is there some sort of structure to the routine?
Not every competitor. Some flyers choose to fall back on a set sort of things that they're very good at. Alex here is very good at these carving flip twists and showing extreme skill by folding his arms on his chest, which basically translates to the fact that he's not using his arms at all to help him fly. It's mainly torso and legs in that position. Very awesome to watch, and super smooth flexibility.
And nicely out, which of course, like you've mentioned, the point for getting in as we have a look at, well, you again. Talk us through this, John. What was going through your mind when you did this routine? This, of course, was round 9 for you, so this would have been the first round of the semi-finals. What were you thinking? I want to post a good score, or just go out there and fly and enjoy yourself, or is that competitive edge there?
I had prepared a few sets of moves and some things together, and this is pretty much what I had prepared for this competition, this routine you saw. The entrance with my feet locked on the top of the door, stuff like that. I came back to that a couple of times in this competition just because, well, I really enjoy doing that kind of thing, but also I think it shows a lot of skill, and hopping out the door back over here.
Not easy to do, to get out of the doorway backwards, and that didn't look very easy either, to flip yourself into the tunnel, then go right to the top and straight back down, but without touching the netting.
Yeah. At the bottom of the tunnel here, and the bottom of the flight chamber next to the net, the pressure is greatest. So it's a little bit faster wind speed, and as the flyer comes down from the top, he feels a little bit more support underneath him from the wind. But of course, he does have to change his body position and open up so he doesn't hit the net. But that kind of skill happens over time. Lots of tunnel time.
Really good routine here from Guy, who we heard from a little bit earlier on from Canada. Of course, was in second position going into the semi-finals, and a little bit of artistry right at the end there.
A flare, a flick of the wrist.
And of course, it's the current leader. This is first routine of the semi-finals, Mikhail Razumazov. And again, slow, deliberate, but very technical and very good.
From slow to fast, right? And a very nice transition between those two. So he's concentrating on controlling his pacing and mixing that all inside these very technical moves that he can pull off here. If you want to see where this sport is going, you watch this flyer here. He's got about 5 years of experience under his belt right now, and who knows where he'll go from here. He's 25 years old.
It looks absolutely effortless as Mikhail makes it look so easy. Upside backwards as well, just for the crowd.
I have 10 years experience for competitor, and I have one experience. Don't look or your results, and don't look at your score, because you are worried, you are think. No worry, no think, only do what you can.
Mikhail, who has posted top draw again, is #1. Guy is in second place, Alex Werner in third. Jonathan dropped down to fourth, but that means that those top 4 will qualify for the final and go head to head to see who will be the winner.